Hello, welcome to the Getting Started video for Vision Solutions Pro. In this tutorial, we will cover the basics of the most common tools we will utilize in Vision Solutions. Let's get started by opening a new joist layout and name the file accordingly. Alright, to start out, I'm just going to review the object tabs that we have listed above here. Let's start out with the wall tab, the door tab, window opening tab, beam, a beam pocket, columns, dimensions, labels, panel, joist, tracking, bridges, stiffeners, DXF overlay, DXF polyline, CAD drawings, decking areas, and trussing. Above the object tabs, we'll see a few buttons on this toolbar. We have the option to create a new file. This button will create a new layout, wall layout, not joist layout. We can open a current document. We can save the current document. We can go back, undo, redo. We can open the properties dialog box. We can send or share the current file. We can pan the current file. We can connect some walls that are in this project. We can set the origin or where the first corner you want to originate is. We can refresh the page, insert studs, remove those studs. We can view elevation. We can view it in real time. We can reset the zoom or fit all. We can exit the program, and we can also view the user manual. Over here to the right, you'll see some windows. We have tree view, which is viewing the project by level. We have property view, which is viewing the properties of a selected object. Description, viewing the description of a selected object. And we also have thumbnail view, which shows a preview of the entire project that we are currently working on. Down here at the bottom left toolbar, we have the ortho option, which snaps your drawing lines either 90 degrees or 180 degrees. We have the grid view. This allows you to see or hide user-created grid lines. We have the snap button with all the various snap options. We have level overlay, which is to view all the levels. They'll be kind of transparent, the top ones and all that. So that's level overlay. We also have default angle, which allows, as you can see in the picture, it allows 45-degree angle snaps. We also have 3D view and 3D print view, and then the option to toggle whichever buttons you would like to see or not like to see. Alright, so let's get started building our project. Here we will create a perimeter of walls using the exterior wall button. It's just going to be under the wall tab. The red button is exterior, blue is interior. So like I said, we're going to use the exterior walls. A width of 4 inches is fine, and stud wall type is fine as well. Click OK, and we're going to make this roughly 20 feet, go a little bit under, and I'll show you why here in just a second. We're going to edit the dimensions manually. It's much easier to get it exact. Alright, go ahead and push escape once you have your 4 walls built, and select the selection tool, the wall selection tool, and click once in this dimension. If you click on the wall, you'll see it shows you the dimensions from wall 1 to wall 3. Just go ahead and click the dimensions one time, and we're going to go ahead and change these dimensions. This is going to be 10 feet. 0 inches. Alright, and then this wall is going to be 20 feet. There we are. Perfect square. Rectangle, rather. Alright, let's move on to the door openings. Here, if we go to select door, you will only have one default door type. However, I have 2. So let's go ahead and let's make that second one. We're going to do that by going to Tools, Opening Library, since it is an opening. A door and window is an opening. As you see, we have our doors here in this dialog box. We're going to go ahead and click New. It is going to be a door, and we're going to name this door. So I'm going to name it Front Door 1, since I already have a front door property. And I'm going to change the width to 4 feet. That's going to be the only difference between my front door and default door for now. If you know what your part numbers are and all that, you can select it from this down menu. I'm going to leave it at the default with 5 part numbers. This is only used for the bill of materials, which is another tutorial. But the bill of materials, exporting that into Excel and all of its features are very, very nice. Makes everything go much quicker. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and save this front door. And while we're here, we might as well create a new window, just so we get used to editing the opening library. So I'm going to name this window long, meaning long window. We're going to make this a width of 5, and actually make sure you change the window type, or change the type to a window rather. Alright, window width and window height is going to be 5. From the top, let's make it 3 feet from the top. It'll look a little bit better. Alright, we'll go ahead and click save and close since we are done editing our openings. So now we'll go back, select the door. Front door 1 is the one I just created. Click OK, and then select the insert tool again. And then we're going to try and insert this door, but it'll give us an error message. It says insert stud before adding openings. What that means is we need to stud our walls. So if we go to 3D right now and we take a look in here, our walls are solid. And that's not what we want. We need our walls to be studded. So it's simple. Just click this green boxed button. It's called Insert Studs, and it'll ask you what's the interval that you want them to be inserted at. 2 feet is perfect. Alright, so now let's go ahead and insert that door. Look at that. And we'll go back, select the door, do default door this time, click OK, select the insert tool, and we'll make another door here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and select the selection tool for doors. I'm going to select this so we can see property view. I've decided I don't like that back door going on the outside, so I want it to open to the inside. And I would also like it to swing the other way, towards the wall. Just like that. Looks great. Perfect. Alright, so now we're done with our door openings. Let's move over to our windows. We'll do window long, and we'll create one here on the back door. Select the insert tool. Create one here on the back door, here by the front door. There we go. And then we'll do some default walls, or windows rather, right here. 1 and 1, 1, and 1. Perfect. Looks great. Alright, so now let's go ahead and view this in 3D. Let's see what it looks like. Great. See, we've created the studs, so that makes the framing. And then you also see our openings. So here's our back door. And if you go over here, the front door about a foot wider. Perfect. Looks great. Now, let's go over some 3D view hotkeys and maneuverability, ways of maneuvering. Alright, so basically how I'm rotating this image is just by a single left click and drag. And then I'm panning by pushing the middle scroll wheel button and dragging. And you zoom in by flicking the scroll wheel towards the monitor, and you zoom out by pulling it away from the monitor. So towards the monitor is zoom in, away is zoom out. Let's go ahead and close this and finish up our drawing. Now we're going to insert some beams. Typically we would insert beam pockets first, but that's going to be a different tutorial. So let's insert some beams. And we'll just drag it from wall 4 to wall 2. And also you will typically know your part number and joist part number. If you don't, it's in the specifications manual or your reference manual. And it's the United States standard specifications is what this goes by. So it's very, very, very easy to look up and figure out what is correct. Anyways, just changing this track number to a susceptible one, 468. And we're just going to go ahead and click OK. It'll insert our beam, and we'll insert one more beam with the same properties, and click OK again. Great. So now we have our beams. Let's go ahead and insert a joist. We're just going to click the joist, add joist, click the insert button, and we're going to pull one from wall 1 to beam 1. Now let's say we want to have more than one joist, and we want to ensure that it is spread apart the same width. So that's very easy to do. I'm going to go ahead and do undo, And in order to succeed with what we want to do, we're going to go to joists, right click joist, auto joist, and it wants you to select your reference wall. If you look down at your command line, it says select a reference wall. Let's use wall 4 as a reference wall. So it'll say reference wall is this. We're going to draw the perpendicular joist from wall 1 to wall 2. Sounds great. Not going to mess with any of this. It's not perpendicular. Okay, so it doesn't like our selection. Let's see what happened there. Huh. Let's try this wall. There we go. Now we've got those joists. Alright. And they're all separated the same width, just like we had wanted. Alright, now really fast I'm going to show you how to create another level. Joist layout, level, new level. And we're just going to derive it from the second level plan, from the first level plan. Alright, so we're going to make a new level. Alright. And just to kind of differentiate, I'm going to draw a wall like so on level 2, just like that. And then I'm going to turn on layer overlay so you can kind of see it. Now, obviously this wall's on top so you can't see it. But if I select level 1 and I do layer overlay, look, it shows up. Great. Now let's show 3D. One more time. Once again, left click is rotate. Middle scroll wheel button is pan. Zoom out is away from the monitor. And there we go. There's our finished and completed tutorial. Thanks for joining. See you next time.